Sudah lebih dari 6 bulan pandemi COVID-19 melanda tanah air. Penambahan kasus positif di Indonesia juga terus meningkat. Bahkan, dalam beberapa hari terakhir, kenaikan kasus terus melonjak hingga di atas 3.000 kasus per hari. Badan Nasional Penanggulangan Bencana BNPB mengaku terus berupaya menemukan solusi yang tepat untuk menangani pandemi COVID-19. Namun saat ini masyarakat diminta untuk meningkatkan kepatuhan terhadap protokol kesehatan sebagai salah satu kunci menekan jumlah kasus positif COVID-19 di tanah air.
Kita harus menekan agar kasus positif ini semakin rendah dengan cara meningkatkan kewaspadaan, dengan cara meningkatkan disiplin terhadap ketentuan menggunakan masker.
Sementara itu, Dirjen Pencegahan dan Pengendalian Penyakit Kementerian Kesehatan Ahmad Yuryanto menilai penyebab utama peningkatan kasus COVID-19 adalah karena perbedaan infrastruktur antar daerah. Kapasitas laboratorium di berbagai daerah menjadi kurang merata dan tes PCR kebanyakan hanya bisa dilakukan di ibu kota provinsi.
Kepala daerah adalah kepala gugus tugas. Di dalam konteks kebencanaan, maka beliau adalah panglima untuk menggerakkan semua kapasitas yang ada di wilayahnya dalam rangka merespon bencana ini. Jadi kita sudah memberikan mandat kepada kepala daerah untuk menggerakkan. Tapi sekali lagi, tidak semua perguruan tinggi pun kapasitasnya sama. Jadi jangan kemudian diukur sama.
Ahli epidemiologi Universitas Indonesia menyebut tak hanya peningkatan pelayanan rumah sakit, optimalisasi pelayanan puskesmas juga sangat dibutuhkan. Pembinaan perlu dilakukan agar pelayanan di puskesmas bisa optimal.
Dan puskesmas yang bisa mengidentifikasi orang-orang yang berisiko atau mendapat gejala atau nanti sudah kembali kalau memang mau ada isolasi mandiri juga isolasi itu juga puskesmas yang menjadi garda terdepan. Nah ini yang perlu diperkuat.
Hingga Sabtu 5 September 2020 ada penambahan 3.128 kasus positif COVID-19 sehingga jumlah kasus positif COVID di Indonesia menjadi 190.665 kasus. Sementara untuk angka kesembuhan mencapai 136.401 orang dan pasien meninggal dunia mencapai 7.940 orang. Di antara korban meninggal berdasarkan catatan Ikatan Dokter Indonesia (IDI), ada sebanyak 104 dokter dan lebih dari 150 tenaga kesehatan yang meninggal akibat COVID-19. Meski diliputi duka atas meninggalnya para dokter dan tenaga kesehatan akibat COVID-19, tim medis yang bertugas menangani COVID-19 mengaku tetap tegar dan akan berusaha semaksimal mungkin bertugas sesuai sumpah dan janji sebagai dokter.
Walaupun setiap saat mendengar ada sejawat kami yang gugur, hati kami teriris, jiwa kami gentar. Jujur, sebagai manusia yang punya hati, kadang ketika kami akan pergi bekerja, di mana kami meminta kepada masyarakat untuk menjauhi wabah, untuk menjauhi keramaian, untuk menghindari penularan, untuk jangan keluar dari rumah. Bahkan kami harus keluar rumah, mendatangi pasien-pasien COVID, mendekati virus COVID demi membantu sesama.
Sosialisasi penerapan protokol kesehatan sangatlah penting. Edukasi penggunaan masker harus terus dilakukan untuk meningkatkan kesadaran masyarakat. Yang tak kalah penting adalah langkah tegas pemerintah untuk menekan laju penyebaran virus agar pandemi bisa segera berakhir. Tim Liputan, Kompas TV.
Aduh. Friends and families, as COVID has become so rampant and so difficult, I am taking this position to show you what are the things that we are doing today in the ICU to help a lot of our patients. If you look at my feet, you look at my knees, my elbows, and my position. We are now in a difficult situation. We're having hard time really delivering oxygen to our patients. We are having truly hard time treating our patients with respiratory failure on the ventilators. So what I showed you is one of the maneuvers that will help you move the oxygen into your lungs and move your lung secretions. So there are this position that I showed you at the beginning of this video helps you to send oxygen to the lower part of your lungs. COVID will attack the lower parts of your lungs, seep out fluids that is as thick as glue, block the lungs, and lead to suffocation, literally, and respiratory failure. Many studies, without a shadow of a doubt, have shown that the best way that we can deliver oxygen is we, the ICU team, place patients in a position on their stomach. Even the better position is what I showed you at the beginning of this video, where you're on your hands and your knees, then you drop your elbows like this and you put your head down and you breathe in deep and you cough. This is called proning. Proning, P-R-O-N-I-N-G, proning position, that position. Search it on the internet so you'll see even more illustrations and details, but that position is extremely effective in mobilizing all that gunk and thick secretions, glue-like secretions out of the bottom of the lungs, which is the bigger part of the lungs, out so you can cough it up. And that will recruit your lungs and protect your lungs from suffocating with COVID. The hand washing, don't pick your nose, masks, is extremely essential, and there are a lot of people who are talking about it, but what I'm talking to you about is from the heart of the intensive care unit. Yesterday was a sad day. We called it a D-Day. You hear about the D-Day in World War II? This is a D-Day for our ICU team. A lot of deaths occurred yesterday in our hospital from COVID, and it's not a joke, and it's not a hoax, and I can tell you we're not fabricating the data. You have doubts and you think we, the doctors, are fabricating the data, you're entitled to that thought. Call me. I will take you and show you how people are unnecessarily dying because of this virus. So, to protect you if you get a lung complaints from that COVID, lay down on your stomach as much as you can, 8, 10, 12 hours a day. And if you can be on your hands and knees and put your hands down like this and put your head down so your back is going downwards. In yoga, they call it downward dog. You can drain your lungs. The way to liquefy those secretions also, you can drink ginger and curcumin that is sweetened with a little bit of natural honey. It will soften all those secretions and will come out. The reason we are seeing all those respiratory failures and the respirators and the ICU is because the lungs are being suffocated with that gunk and thick glue-like fluids and secretions and dead cells. So what we hope to do is we hope to move those and not trap them inside your lung and form a glue or like concrete that blocks your lungs, but move them, soften up with those secretions with ginger and curcumin with sweetened honey, and move them by laying down on your stomach or even in a on your knees and your elbows and put your head down. And if you have a family member that know how to keep themselves protected from being too close to you, let them do a little bit of fine tapping on your chest and mobilize all those secretions. With this, I hope you stay safe. Yes, I am Dr. Rafai. I am a doctor here in Panama City, Florida, and I care for patients with acute COVID and intensive care units of all our hospitals. Love you all. Stay safe. Share this, because proning saves lives in the ICU. Proning saves lives in the ICU. Love you all.